Alive. We are live. Do not swear. How is everybody?
We're doing great. How about yourself?
Not too bad. You know, the usual, running around the country, up and down, left and right, going a bit crazy.
Yeah, you were. How was tonight's show?
Yeah, it was good. It were rowdy.
How it was a good show.
I didn't get any of that.
It's good. I thought it was me.
No, it's definitely Brian.
Oh, I was
think
asking.
His batteries need shaking.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. How was your show tonight?
Me? Still, yeah, it's good. Bit rowdy.
Oh, that's good. At least it makes for
like
good entertainment.
On the internet.
This is like being in Yahoo Messenger.
Yeah. Somebody is on Internet Explorer, I can tell.
Yeah, don't knock Internet Explorer.
Nope, I'm on Chrome
for a while.
Oh,
see that's the problem right there.
There you go. So yeah, all is well.
And then he disappears.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's crazy season for shows, which is good. I cannot complain. I do complain, but I know I shouldn't. I should be grateful for the work, which is good. But yeah, all is well. How are things with Brian and Sean?
Well, good. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm back to work next week, so
wow.
All this freewheeling stuff. The summer officially for me comes to a close Monday morning at 8:30. So I'm trying to wrap up the Hypnosis Hero website, the couple of products that I have ready to launch in September, the social media design behind that.
Nice.
All kinds of stuff. And we've got a big guest coming up there. Brian, why don't you tell us all about him?
So, well, there's not a whole, well, I would say not that there's not a whole lot to tell, but it's, there's not a whole lot to tell that people don't already know. But Chris Jones, you guys have seen him on America's Got Talent. He's the guy who hypnotized Howie Mandel to shake his hand. He'll be on Britain's Got Talent as soon as we can get him booked, Grant. So I'll put you on that. Have your people call his people. But
it's weird. The Just Talent franchise did the world's best, which was all the winners or finalists of like America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, France's Got Talent, all of those around the world. And the hypnotist that won the world's best was the British hypnotist, Christina Lennon, who is just down the road here.
Yeah, but that's not fair. She had a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I think it's I think that's definitely something that's good for the industry, and I hope that it breaks down some barriers that are in the UK and in England as a whole.
Yeah. But yeah, getting back to Chris. Chris is one of the nicest hypnotists. He's a genuinely nice person. He really cares about hypnosis, but he is an authentic, nice person as well. And I think that makes a big difference.
Oh, absolutely, it does, and we're really looking forward to having Chris on the podcast. I get a sneaking suspicion this one could very easily get away from us, and go more than 2 hours. So make sure you're all rested up if you're joining us from overseas. But it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'll definitely try and jump on this one.
I'm excited for it. I was actually. I actually was talking to Chris yesterday. Is it me freezing up, or because all of a sudden I look at like you guys are frozen up and I'm still talking normally, but
It's the
now
West
Grant's
Coast
just
delay.
messing with. Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
got
to give
switch
it 5 minutes and Brian's going to
from-
go, welcome to Hypno News.
It's got to
Brian,
switch
you're
from
about
metric to standard.
Yeah, you're about 2 to 3 seconds behind everybody else.
Yeah. Brian coming at us via
Oh,
satellite
God.
link.
God, it's that new thing by T-Mobile. They're offering satellite coverage, but if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you can still text somebody, I guess. But
Yeah.
no, it's
Who would you
I'm
text
excited
if
for
you were
Chris to come on.
stranded? If you were stranded on a desert island in the middle of nowhere, who would be your first phone call?
Sure as hell not you, because I want someone who's going to answer their phone.
No one in their right mind would have me as their emergency point of contact. I do not answer my phone.
This had to. I mean, we're gonna go back into the Wayback Machine for a second, and right after Christmas when Jim passed, I mean, I just happened to go just shoot you a message, and I was like, Grant, call me, it's important. And minutes later, you called back and were like, hey, what's up, buddy? And today, it's a good thing that Jim didn't pass in the summertime, because everybody would have been too busy to answer the phone, and they're all out doing fairs and stuff anyway. So either that, or he had something from the other side that just went, Grant, pick up the phone.
Yeah.
But
as selfish as it is this time of year, it's like my days are planned quite meticulously, and sometimes you don't have space within that calendar for any drama. So if the phone rings, like I had a phone call this morning that I answered it, and it was drama that I had to deal with, which meant a 4.5 hour detour because of the phone call. And so sometimes you just know not to answer the call, because if you answer the call, you've then
oh
got
God,
to
you're gonna have to fill me in on that later. But
just drama. But yeah,
got a 4.5 hour detour. I'm like, somebody had better be like life, limb, eyesight.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah,
but yeah, no, I was talking to Chris yesterday or day before. The last 2 days have been a blur. He's super excited to come on. He's got some stuff coming up in September that I'm sure that we'll be talking about. And yeah, I guess we're going to save PHS for a little bit later in the broadcast, correct?
I mean, we can mention it. We can mention it all the way through. We are live on PHS as well, so it does make sense. And it's us three are on this, so
right,
we can have a little bit of PHS bias.
Yeah, so I think we're expecting Chris to at least be there at PHS. He seems excited about that. We did PHS because it's kind of a slow time of year for everybody coming out of the holidays. But yeah, Grant, we had a nice conversation with a fellow brother last week, and kind of got some things, at least a commitment. And should we break that news, or do we want to keep that under?
I think we mentioned it on last week's Hypnosis news. Remind me again of his name. Is it Brent?
Oh God. Yes, a good friend of mine, Brent Arnold. He owns his own wealth management firm. So it's Templar Financial, and one of the things that I talked to a couple of people about, and how this kind of came to be is previously working at a law office, we would represent a lot of businesses in the legal stuff. So they were great at what they did as far as like trades or their general profession, but they weren't very good at the administrative side, which tended to get people in trouble. And so one of the things that, just talking with some colleagues, and I approached Brent and I said, hey, I really think that we could add value to the conference by offering financial advice. So there's no sales pitch, but it's generally making people aware of how you can leverage your business to not avoid paying taxes, but minimize it. And, tax sheltering your money and really leveraging the business entity and kind of having that separation between you as the individual and the business as far as like your personal holdings and things like that. And then how to invest and maximize uh, your profits or your revenue. And then just the business strategies on top of that. So I don't want to steal too much of his thunder, but that's going to be a gigantic value add for people in the business. And then it's not just, hey, you've got to have a certain amount of money, but starting out small and then breaking it down into chunks so you're motivated to get to that next step.
Yeah. And again, for those that are kind of transitioning from hobbyist to professional, to have some kind of structure in place on the financials and the business side of things will do really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
and
that's the thing with PHS. It does want to be a mixture of, technique and business. The fun stuff, the cool stuff that we all like to do, the street hypnosis, the pulling rabbits out of hats, metaphorically.
So in between Brent going from Seattle
places
as well, yeah.
So in kind of in conjunction, it really works out well because from Brent splitting time in his place in Florida, Washington State up in the Seattle area, and then in Northern California, he's going to be in Northern California and then just being able to pop out to Vegas for a few days and join us and really have some fun times. And, again, the reason that I approached him about it is he is like the antithesis of hard sale. He's like, I'm a resource, utilize me. I'm happy to help out however I can, even if it's just pointing you in the right direction. And, he makes enough money as it is, but his goal is to, he gets paid based on money under management. And so if he's making you money, then that's where his skin in the game is. But there's never going to be a hard sales pitch at all. It's just here's how to get a hold of me if I can help you at all.
It's one of the good things about PHS is that, all the speakers up until now, there's been very little kind of, pitching from the podium, which is really good. And I like Brent's philosophy, like I said, that use me, I'm a resource. That's exactly the same mindset I have with the showgirls in Vegas myself.
Be careful. Someone's going to throw you on the court of a WNBA basketball game. But
I think that might be Colin.
Yeah. But even the people that are coming in internationally, you guys, I don't claim to have knowledge of investments and taxes and stuff in your respective countries, but it might spark some ideas on business structure to talk to your financial professionals wherever you live to ask them certain questions. And it's just kind of a basic strategy, but I think it's going to be great. I'm excited. And I think we're working on, don't want to yet, but there's before.
Well, that doesn't want to be announced, and maybe on a live stream is not the place to say I don't want to announce it yet.
No, we're working on some potential pre-conference stuff, but we haven't wrapped it up. But it's just sort of a teaser. Stay tuned. And then we got some other things in the pipeline that we're working on.
We're going to make it absolutely excellent. So coming up before that is the Michigan conference in Detroit, which is a fantastic event. I'm really looking forward to this one as well. Flights are booked, hotel, 90% of the hotel is booked. Still need to figure out what we're going to do on Monday night. But apart from that, we're all good, which is why it's important to get your room booking in earlier rather than later.
Are you going to spoon with Sean?
Room in Toronto.
Yeah, exactly.
I did see on the Facebook feed that the online ticket sales for Michigan end on I guess September 1st. So if you don't have your ticket already, you best get it as fast as possible.
Yeah. And do you know what? It was really nice. I was looking at the speaker list for this, and they're all great people. I'm really looking forward to catching up and kind of sharing amongst some great hypnotists in the industry as well, and great to catch up with John.
Aren't you speaking at that?
I am, yes.
Okay, so you'll be among good company.
Yes, hopefully so.
There's going to be a bunch of wonderful speakers in Michigan, and Grant as well.
A bunch of wonderful speakers and me. Yeah, but no, it's. I'm really looking forward to kind of, listening to what other people have got to share as well. And again, it's the great speakers and people that are good friends who I've not seen, since the gym situation. So it'd be good to catch up with a few of those as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a great event. Dan, obviously, it has the world's best raffle prizes. I think at last time when I saw what it was raffling, I think one of them is a 5-bedroom house in the Hamptons, a 60-foot yacht, and a SpaceX rocket. So I think only Elon Musk could do better.
All right, is Grant frozen?
Dan.
No, it's you.
No, it's still you.
There he is. I was like, oh, demonetized.
Welcome to Hypno News. My name's Brian Bay. Oh, I love you, Brian.
You fooled me, Grant.
Cool. Yeah, so that's the Michigan International Hypnosis Conference. That'll be great.
I heard something about a private jet and you disappeared. And
yeah, I was just being silly. But that is Michigan and the Canadian Hypnosis Conference.
It is coming up. Tickets are on sale now. All conference booking info, including hotels, which, again, we'll stress this again. Make sure you book your hotel first before anything. Whether you're going to PHS, Michigan, Toronto, the center of the universe. Again, the hotel is important. The venue is important. And, if we're telling stories about Jim, when I did go to Hypno Thoughts and Jim was there, he missed out on the conference hotel and wound up staying actually at the Gold Coast and had to travel. He and Sean actually had to travel back and forth between the hotels. And he absolutely hated it and kicked himself in the butt every time I saw him. I need a place to store equipment. So where does it go? Well, it goes up to Sean's room because Sean was there. It just... Yeah, it makes it so much easier, and there's so many benefits to being at the conference hotel.
Cool. I've just renamed Brian just for giggles.
No, I've never been to Toronto, and I hear that is one of Canada's best kept secrets, and that definitely might have to make the calendar for next year.
Toronto as a city is really kind of cool. I mean, you're sitting right on the shore of a Great Lake. You're not that far away from, actual Detroit. Driving distance. You're not that far away from a lot of places. The reality is it's like driving in any large city, right? In fact, the 401 is probably, if I recall correctly, it's the busiest highway in North America. In terms of actual traffic, 8 lanes coming at you, 8 lanes going with you, and you hope for the best. The last time I was in Toronto driving would have been with IBM. Actually, second last time would have been with on an IBM trip, and we had just passed an overpass, and a semi flipped over the overpass. So we were kind of fortunate. Everybody that was behind us was 3 hours later to the destination than we were. But yeah, those things happen. So you just carry on.
That must have been really scary being on a busy highway and then being in an incident on a truck like that, Sean.
The only worst place that I've ever driven is actually Dallas Fort Worth. Getting into DFW, there's like 12 lanes of traffic going into the airport. And unfortunately, I didn't know which one to take. So I took the one on the far right, which happened to be the service lane, and drove from the north end of the airport to the south end of the airport, handed in the car, and took the shuttle to get our plane. So
I'm laughing at both of you in Southern California freeways. Like that, you're like, oh, it's like 8 or 10 lanes wide. I'm like, that's where I learned to drive.
You learned to drive, Brian.
Oh, Grant, you're a dick.
I have been in a crash
sorry,
with
Brian.
Brian.
Sorry, Brian. You skidded into that one.
Oh, so Grant doesn't have to work.
Road, and we managed to reverse into a mountain.
No, the mountain was on the other side.
Grant, I keep telling you that's why you come to Saskatchewan. We took all the mountains and we pushed them west and said, you know what, you guys can have them. We like to see where we're going.
Grant doesn't have to worry about knives being outlawed in England because he stores them right here between my shoulder blades,
right there,
for safekeeping.
Yeah,
but where is
a great adventure, and I've told that story hundreds of times since then. So,
I
mean, in my defense, I did offer you the opportunity to drive. I was like, Grant, you want to drive in the snow?
And realistically, if I'd have driven, it would have been okay.
That's right, because you would have been on the other side of the road, Brian.
Exactly. Cool.
Grant's kind of like oncoming traffic that we fell off the mountain.
Yeah. It was the slow motion of it just spinning around, doing a 360, seeing the traffic coming towards us, spinning around, and then you eventually stop in the side and you're like, oh my God, well, actually, not only are we still alive,
like I saw it. So it lost traction, and then it kind of kicked, and I was correcting, and I just went up. Here it goes. We're going all the way around right now, and
exactly
because it was like side of the mountain, and then we went to this way. It was like off to our death, and then side of the mountain, but as we were going around, I saw that.
It's the way the car was silent, and then we just set off as normal, as if nothing had happened for about 5 minutes, where nobody spoke.
But I'm so thankful we hit that big, gigantic, like slushy snowbank, because if that had been the Jersey barrier, I would have been like, that would have just destroyed the 4Runner. Or
any of the other vehicles on the freeway at the time. The ones that we'd just overtaken. I'm so lucky we hit what we hit. Amongst all of the other things we could have hit, we hit soft snow. So someone was looking down on us. But these are the joys you get when you go to in-person events.
It was Jim going.
Virtual fair.
It was Jim going, I don't have the furniture delivered yet. Not today, Grant.
Yeah, exactly.
I just signed my lease a couple weeks ago, but no. Where is the Canada Hypnosis Conference being held this year, Sean?
So it's one of the cities in the Greater Toronto area. I want to say Mississauga is.
Okay, yeah, it's just west of Toronto. Still on the lake, though.
Oh yeah.
Do you know the venue?
No. The last time I was anywhere close to that side of Toronto, it would have been going to IBM's headquarters, their large data center in that area. It's actually kind of interesting because when you get there, you see this great big huge building. And you think, okay, whatever. And then you realize that most of Canada's banks are actually housed in that building. Right. And if that building ever lost power for an extended period of time, we'd cripple the entire banking system in the country. So
it looks like it's the Best Western Plus Toronto Airport Hotel.
That makes it convenient for people flying in.
Yeah. And then early registration is available until September 5th. That's according to their website.
Cool.
And you're right next to the airport.
Yeah. What else is new with you guys?
No, we're Grant. You came down to the Nile Shrine golf course in the temple for Jim's memorial,
Yeah,
and then in the picnic area, I was telling you how we do the haunt every October. So we're setting up the different shelters and building all the props and everything like that. So that's coming underway. The golf course finally got the liquor license
nice.
transferred successfully. So they have been hard at work flogging people's livers. And yeah, we're just, you guys are gearing up to, Sean, are you going to be in Michigan?
No, I told Dan that is the first conference I will get to as soon as I retire. Um, I can't get away twice in a school year, so
Mm-hmm.
BHS takes priority, obviously. And once I'm free of the the 9 to 5, as everybody puts it, although in education it's more like 24/7. But once that part of my life is wrapped up, then I will make an Eastern road trip and hit the Michigan conference, the Canada conference, and it'll be fun had by all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this: I managed to catch a part of an interview with you, Sean, on TikTok the other day on the way to a show.
Mm-hmm.
What a great interview! Spreading the good word, the gospel of hypnosis,
Yep.
In a really positive light. So she seemed very excited, and it was great content. So really well done on that.
Yeah, Shannon, actually fellow IT professional, hit COVID, had some, like all of us, it was an abrupt stop to everything that we were doing, and she started actually just writing 10 things she was grateful for, and that morphed now into has a book she's in the process of writing. She's done a couple of TED Talks on the power of gratitude and
Nice.
being grateful, and just an all around powerhouse. And she's got so many good things to say on TikTok. We connected. I don't know. Gosh, it's got to be 6 months ago. And since that time, every time one of us puts out a video, the other one's commenting on it.
Brilliant.
And providing extra context, and we finally had an opportunity to connect on a live and start the conversation. There'll be more to come with that one for sure.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
but yeah,
So
gratitude mindset.
Is this a client of yours or somebody who?
No, just somebody that connected. She was talking about gratefulness, and that was actually about the same time that I started the research project with Dwayne Vandervoort. That'd be right about the same time. So I thought, okay, well, these two are probably connected, and lots of really great things to say. So if you're gonna follow Shannon, it's gratitude mindset on TikTok. We'll get you to her account. If you want to look her up on the TED Talks, Shannon Shallcross is her name, and she actually has two TED Talks. So
nice.
Oh, very good.
Smart lady.
Yeah, I'm trying something new this week. More experimenting with myself more than anything. There's a thing called methylene blue.
Yep.
Which is it's supposed to be an industrial fabric dye.
Mm-hmm.
But also,
Grant, you got to say I'm trying something new on a health regimen. You can't say I'm experimenting with myself.
Well, I don't know how healthy it is. I do know my pee is the same colour as the blue on that Hypno News Live at the moment. So there is nothing natural about it whatsoever. But it's supposed to have some phenomenal health benefits. And I don't know if it's placebo, but for the past 3 or 4 days that I've been using it, my focus and productivity has been phenomenal.
Yeah, there's another lady that I'm connected with, well, a group of ladies actually, that I'm connected with on TikTok as well, and they are all affiliate members of Live Good, which is a supplement company, and the methylene blue is part of their product offering. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard very similar results.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's I've read some. I've read.
And it won't turn you Smurfy, so that's
Yeah,
the real bonus.
it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be really, really good, and so far, I'm quite pleased.
Yeah. You're gonna have to mix it with something red so you get purple.
Yes, I love it. Cool. Right. Let me go figure out what red stuff I can now drink.
Some grenadine or something like that.
Yeah, put a bit of grenadine in.
Yeah,
Cool.
just take all the healthy stuff and mix it with high fructose corn syrup. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
And you could mix it with Red Bull too if you really wanted to.
Oh, I've not had a Red
bad.
Bull in years. I used to live on that stuff, and now I'm like, just even the smell of a Red Bull now turns my stomach.
I was going to say Red Bull is. I'm when you come out for Vegas, I'm going to have you try one of those. It's the white can. That's the sugar-free Monster Energy drink.
Oh yes.
So that seems to be more vitamins and stuff, and less of the jittery type stuff. I don't know if they make. I'm pretty sure I could find a latte flavored Monster for you, but.
Nice.
But yeah, that's
all sparkling water.
There's no caffeine in it or coffee taste in sparkling water.
Exactly.
But no, what's are you on the road tomorrow, or I guess later today for you?
Me?
Yeah.
I've got 5 hours sleep. 4.5 hours sleep now. Then I've got my business networking thing in the morning. Then I've got a business social in the afternoon, and then it's Saturday night. Sorry, then it's Friday night.
Are you local performing, or are you're not doing like the 7-hour drive?
Oh no, it's a couple hour drive, so it's not too bad.
Okay. So it's, I guess, a several hours, like a couple hours for you is really nothing because you're just so used to it.
Yeah. 2 hours is brilliant.
Yeah, I guess that kind of gives you that time to kind of detach from administrative reality, get focused, get your game face on, and then after the show, kind of power down and get ready to come home and go to bed. But
yeah,
and then are you performing Saturday and Sunday nights also?
Yep. So every Sunday, Forest of Dean.
That's one right on the water, right?
It is actually. Bear in mind, I've been performing at this venue every week for the last 13 years, and I didn't actually realise it's on the water. I got there early one week because I was coming up from Cornwall, and I thought, you know what, I'll have a bit of a wander around, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. So I'd highly recommend it. It's a beautiful place.
A bit of a wander around. So you took a bit of a mooch.
A bit of a mooch, yes. So Bridlington, which is what I do every week as well, that's on the water. In fact, everywhere that I do regularly is on the water.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
good venues and everything. So
good
I mean, we definitely want you to
cheap entertainment.
No, I like kind of what you're doing now is with your shows. You and I had kind of talked about how you've been asking for requests of different skits to do and getting some of the audience engagement and participation. And then that enables you to throw out content.
Yeah, I like my show to have a flow to it. But again, when you've been working the same venue for 12 years, you don't want to have the same show all the time. And it can be difficult to keep reinventing new stuff. And so the best way to do that is to actually have a segment in the show where it is like every Sunday I'll put out a video and go, Suggestion Sunday, what do you want to see in the show? What would you do? And then I try and take one or two of those comments and turn it into a skit or a routine.
Mhm.
It's never going to be as polished as the rest of the show, but it's a great way to actually test those bits out. And that then is a great way of creating a little bit of content that I can then repost and then tag the person that requested that, if you know what I mean. So last week it was zombies. So
Right.
annoyingly, I was trying to find the right bit of music for it in the last minute whilst I kind of got there, because I post that, then drive, get to the venue, get out, go to the dressing room, and then I see the requests. And so it's like, right, now I
Okay.
need to find the music for that.
Yeah, you almost need like a Munsters or Adams Family kind of.
Yeah, yeah. And so I spoke to the DJ and he's like, oh, I can't really think of anything. And then when the show's finished, he played Zombies by, is it The Cause? So it would have actually been a brilliant track for it. And I'm like, why didn't you play this? And he went, oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah, or Monster Mash would be another one that would come to mind. Everybody knows
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
Not that I'm dating myself. I wasn't there for the first run. I don't think. Maybe I was. Who knows?
well, I would almost say, like, if you had like a week offset where you go, okay, I'm performing tonight. You know, what are some things that you guys want to see, like, for next week? So that way it gives you time to come up with the music. Or
but I like the fact I don't have time to do it. And again, with social media being what it is, what I want is someone suggest it on Sunday, and then Monday morning they're seeing that routine. You know, social
that's
media,
fair.
it has a very short shelf life.
Yeah.
And so if we
Short
can,
attention span theater.
yes,
Yeah. And
yeah,
then
absolutely, Fraser. Fraser, did you get my message about the Entertainer's Secret? Entertainer's Secret, I don't know if you have it in the US. I know they no longer sell it in the UK because, again, I don't know how healthy it is. Entertainer's Secret is a little spray. It's got like a cartoon tuxedo on it. It looks cheap and nasty. It is an absolute miracle for anyone that works in entertainment. I got shown it years ago on like a little mini tour I did of Scotland, and I lost my voice on the first show. And I tried to ring the agent who was local to cancel because I'm like, I've got no voice left. And the agent turned up about 20 minutes later with this bottle, not much bigger than that. It's a little spray thing. He went, I've 2 sprays of that. Sprayed my mouth. I'm not lying. I went from not being able to speak with no voice to my voice was back for about 2 hours.
oh,
It is
nice.
an absolute, if you can get hold of the stuff, it is a miracle cure. But again, it is for performers that need 2 hours in order to be able to perform. And then you don't speak for the rest of the day. And then before you go out there, give it a spray and you're good.
And you said you're not allowed to get it in the UK?
Nowhere sells it anymore now. So I've got a bottle with about like quarter of a bottle left.
Right.
It is absolutely the best thing in the world. And it enables you as any kind of gigging performer that, you know, you imagine the Rolling Stones to get up to the microphone and kind of go, my voice is gone. Spray. A friend of mine who lost his voice, I was telling him about it and he didn't believe me. And I'm like, just try it. And he went, it's full of all sorts of chemicals and shit. It can't be good for you. I says, just try it. He tried it. He started to talk. And by the time he finished his sentence, his voice was back properly. It is, yeah. It's brilliant. The closest to it now, I think, is stuff called Vocal Zone, but they just don't cut it, you know. They're the sort of thing that you have and it makes you feel better over time.
I sent you a message on Messenger, so I think I may have come up with a solution for you.
Wow.
And
you can do that without any stretches.
What's that?
It says, and you can do that without any stretches. Yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah, because you're going to be in the U.S. and
yes,
you'll be able to acquire some and bring it home.
Brilliant. It is amazing stuff.
Because especially it's under the 3.4 fluid ounces that the
Yep.
TSA allows. So yeah, that's even carry-on items.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I might be having a word with Dango yet then. Yeah, it's brilliant stuff, and I would suggest any performer that's watching this get hold of that stuff. It's amazing.
mhm.
So yeah, Fraser is at the Edinburgh Fringe as we speak.
No,
Yeah, absolutely, Fraser.
start a black start a black market shop. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Fraser is smashing it up at the Edinburgh Fringe at the moment,
mhm.
doing some great promo as well. Fraser does good PR. You cannot take that away from him. It's not just about the show; it's the promo in the run up to the show that sells the tickets for the show.
Yeah,
As performers, we can get caught up in doing the show, whereas actually everything else on the other side of that is what makes it work.
yeah. I've seen his day in the life.
Yeah.
Even the fact that Fraser, you're taking. Even though that's happening,
I like Fraser's sense of humor.
there are only so many of us that actually have fans that actually want to have a picture with us before or after. And I mean, you're right there. You could start charging for your signature. £5 a signature.
Cool.
Why not?
Cool. We seem to have an image appeared.
Yeah. Brian and I were doing some research. I went back in the Hypnosis Hero archive, and some guy named Grant said imperfect action always beats perfect inaction, and
Yeah.
in fine form, AI screwed it up.
Oh,
I was gonna say I'm like I was like always. Okay, I could see Grant saying yeah, always. It always beats.
always.
Yeah. So anyway,
That's the secret to Fraser's success. Fraser's
there you
mum,
go.
she is a powerhouse when it comes to marketing.
Yeah,
So Fraser, do say hello to your mum from me.
And what part of where's he at in the world?
Scotland.
Scotland. Okay. Oh, we may have to do a earlier broadcast one of these days and bring
It's the
him
same
on.
time zone as England, Brian.
we can do an earlier one because who did we have that we did at
Cormac.
Jody and Cormac?
Yes.
And he was in Ireland, so that's got to be the same time zone, right?
You should have Fraser on Hypnosis Heroes, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll get him. I want Fraser. I want Jaden Boone. Wait a minute. Let me do my proper Australian accent. Jaden Boone.
I think that was more Texas than anything else.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know what that was. Cool. Right, guys.
I figured there would be like a Bach Rocky or something.
What?
But
Crikey?
no, crikey.
Yeah, crikey.
Oh, crikey. Sorry.
Oh. But
I heard something completely different.
No, that's England. That's back to and now for something completely different.
Exactly.
And we'll leave it at that.
Brilliant. Guys, I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
It's been fun tonight.
Yeah. Get some rest, Grant.
Okay. Cool. I'm as
you're
tired
definitely doing.
as your
I
internet.
was going to say you're just like delirious right now.
I am.
You're getting prepped for the long nights in Vegas.
Yeah.
Exactly. Guys, take care.
So.
Have fun.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Safe travels, my friends.
Cheers. Take care. See you later.